Hello dear students, I am Deepak Vanjani. First I will give you answers of MCQs based on electric field. Answer of first MCQ is 0. Option C is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer for second MCQ. Option C is the correct answer for third MCQ. The ratio of the masses of proton and electron. Correct answer of MCQ number 4 is B, 260 Newton per Coulomb. And correct answer of MCQ number 5 is option number D, 4 root 2 into 10 raised to 5 meter per second. Now I will solve sum number 2, 3 and 5 which I gave you in 5th video lecture of chapter number 1. So first we will solve sum number 2. Two positively charged particles each of mass 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg mass is given to us and carrying a charge q is given to us are placed r distance apart. If each one experiences a repulsive force, because both are like charges, therefore they will experience repulsive force, and that repulsive force is equal to its weight. Condition is given to us, repulsive force is equal to its weight, and we have to find a distance r. Solution of sum number 2. We know the formula of Coulombian force, F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square. Condition is given to us, repulsive force is equal to weight. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square, weight, that is mg. We have to find r. So if we make r square subject, then r square comes out to be 1.383 into 10 raised to minus 2. If we take square root on both the sides, then we will get r is equal to 0.117 meter. Now sum number 3. What equal charges would have to be placed on Earth and Moon to neutralize their gravitational attraction? Neutralize their gravitational attraction. It means we have to make net force 0. Mass of Earth is given to us, mass of Moon is given to us. We have to neutralize the gravitational attraction. How can we neutralize? Let us see. If we place two equal charges on Earth and Moon, then between two like charges, which type of force will act? Repulsive force, and gravitational force is attractive force. If we want to neutralize the gravitational attractive force, then we have to make net force 0. If we want to make net force 0, then gravitational force should be equal to Coulombian force. So G m1 m2 upon r square must be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q square upon r square. Use this formula, you will get answer. Okay, sum number 5. Two similarly and equally charged identical metal spheres A and B repel each other with a force of 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Newton. Two spheres are given, A and B, they are equally charged. If equal charge is there, similar charges are there, then which type of force will act? Repulsive force. So they repel each other with a force, and the value of force is given to us 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Newton. A third identical uncharged sphere C is touched with A. When we touch uncharged sphere C with A, then charge will be divided into sphere A and C. If the sphere C is identical, then equal amount of charge will be distributed in both the spheres. So sphere A is having, let us say, Q charge. Then when sphere C touches sphere A, then equal charge will be distributed in both the spheres. It means A will lose half of the charge and C will gain that half of the charge. And then placed at the midpoint between A and B, what is the net electric force on C? Now we have to find net force on C. Okay, as shown in figure, sphere A and sphere B both are having charges Q and Q, and they are separated by distance r. Therefore Coulombian force acting between them is F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q square upon r square, and that force is given to us, that is nothing but 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Newton. 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q square upon r square. This is equation number 1. On touching C and A, when we touch identical sphere C with A, which is uncharged, then equal amount of charge will be distributed. So charge on each sphere will be q by 2. Here, when we place this sphere C between A and B, then this type of situation arises. On sphere A, charge will be q by 2. On sphere C, charge is q by 2 now. On sphere B, charge, that is q. and distance between A and C, that is r by 2, distance between C and B, that is r by 2. Charge on A is Q1, charge on B is Q2. So force acting on C due to Q1 is F1 and force acting on C due to B is F2. Here charge on B is more, therefore force acting due to second charge will be more. It means F2 will be greater than F1. If we have to find net force, then net force is equal to larger force minus smaller force. So F2 minus F1. What is the formula of electric force? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2. Q1, that is charge on sphere B, that is Q, and charge on sphere C, that is Q by 2, upon distance between them r by 2 square, minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught charge on sphere A, Q by 2, charge on sphere C, Q by 2, upon square of the distance between them r by 2 square. What can we take common? Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught common. What will remain inside the bracket? 2 upon r square minus 1 upon r square. 2 upon r square minus 1 upon r square, that is nothing but 1 upon r square. So the formula will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q square upon r square. But already we found this value 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q square upon r square from equation 1, that is nothing but 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Newton. So net force will be nothing but 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Newton. Now what will be the direction of this force? Direction of this force will be in the direction of large force, that is F2. So this force will be towards A. Okay, now today we have to study electric field lines. So first we have to study electric field of a point charge. Electric field lines, that is the pictorial representation of electric field. If we take point charge, then point charge can be anything, positive charge or negative charge. If we take positive point charge, then due to positive point charge, direction of field vectors are radially outward. You can see direction of field lines are radially outward. How can we say that the direction of electric field is radially outward? Because if I place here any positive test charge Q0, then between these two positive charges, which type of force will act? Repulsive force. So here direction of repulsive force will be from this positive charge to Q0. It means in this direction, that is radially outward. Therefore, for positive charge, direction of field vectors are radially outward. As I told you, always we have to take test charge to be positive. So for positive charge, direction of field vectors are radially outward, while those of negative charge are radially inward. Here if we consider negative charge, and if I place here any unit positive test charge Q0, then between this negative and positive, which type of force will act? Attractive force, and the direction of force will be toward negative charge. Therefore, direction of electric field line for negative charge is radially inward. Here you can see what is the special thing of electric field line. As you move away from the charge, then what will happen? Length of this arrow goes on decreasing. Why? Because as we move away from the charge, then as distance increases, strength of electric field decreases. As strength of electric field decreases, then we have to show less value of electric field by reducing the size of arrow. So the length of arrow decreases, indicating the decreasing strength of the electric field as we go away from the charge. Electric field lines are the pictorial representation of the electric field produced by the electric charge. First pictorial representation of electric field lines was given by scientist Michael Faraday. Scientist Michael Faraday introduced the concept of electric field lines. He called these lines as the lines of electric force. Here, the concept of electric field line is imaginary. Electric field lines are geometrical representation of electric field. That is not real, that is imaginary concept. Electric field line is real concept. But electric field lines, pictorial representation of electric field, that is imaginary. An electric field line is a curve drawn in an electric field such a way that the tangent to the curve at any point is in the direction of net electric field at that point. This is the definition of electric field line. An electric field line is a curve drawn in an electric field such a way that the tangent to the curve at any point is in the direction of net electric field at that point. Here, if we consider point charge, then we can show electric field lines radially outward. Here I have drawn electric field lines. There in above figure we have taken field line vectors. Here I have drawn electric field lines. Here you can draw any number of lines. It is not necessary that we have to draw 5 lines, 8 lines, 10 lines. You can draw any number of lines. Suppose for 1 nanocoulomb charge, if we are drawing 10 electric field lines, then for 2 nanocoulomb charge we have to draw 20 electric field lines. For 3 nanocoulomb charge we have to draw 30 electric field lines. So this way we can draw electric field lines for different charges. For positive charge, electric field lines are radially outward, and for negative charge, electric field lines are radially inward. Here, if we take combination of charge, it means if we take positive and negative charge both, then how can we draw the electric field line diagram? So here, if I consider one positive charge here, and here if I consider negative charge, both are having equal magnitude. Okay. And suppose at this point I want to find electric field at point P1. Then how can we find direction of electric field at point P1? So first we have to find the force acting on test charge Q0 due to this plus Q charge. That will be in which direction? Between two positive charges, which type of force will act? Repulsive force. So repulsive force will be in this direction, F plus. Okay. Force due to negative charge will be in which direction? That will be attractive force. So that will be in this direction. Here, this length of arrow indicates strength of force. Force due to positive charge is more and force due to negative charge is less. Why? Because negative charge is away from point P1. And here this positive charge is near to point P1. Therefore F plus is more and F minus is less. Here if we complete the parallelogram and if we draw the resultant vector, that will give us net force at point P1. So that is F1. Okay. Same way if we consider any other point P2, that is midway between positive and negative charge, then how will be the direction of F plus and F minus? Okay. Here between positive charges, always we have to take test charge to be positive. So between positive which type of force will act? Repulsive force. That will be in this direction. And due to negative charge, which type of force will act? Attractive force. Here P2 I have taken midway between plus Q and minus Q. Therefore this F plus and F minus both will have same magnitude. Therefore net force, if we complete the parallelogram, then net force will be in this direction. Same way here if we join these points, then we will get this type of curve from positive to negative. So this curve is giving us electric field line. Here I have taken pair of positive and negative charge. First charge that is plus Q, second charge that is minus Q. So the direction of electric field will be from positive to negative. Positive to negative. This way we have to show one curve. So here if we take one point P1, tangent to this point, tangent rho 1 to this point will give us the direction of electric field at this point. Tangent rho 1 at point P2 will give us direction of electric field at point P2. So just by drawing the tangent at any point on this line will give us the direction of electric field. What I am saying, it will give us a direction of electric field. It will not give us magnitude. It will give us only direction. Okay. Here due to positive charge plus Q charge, electric field lines are radially outward. From positive to negative, electric field lines start from positive and ends at negative charge. Towards negative charge, electric field lines are moving towards negative charge. Okay. If we take the combination of two like charges, plus Q or minus Q, then direction of electric field lines will be like this. Just direction of arrow will change if we take negative charge. Then here you can see here electric field lines are showing that which type of force is acting? Repulsive force. Here in this figure, which type of force is acting? Attractive force. Here, due to repulsive forces, these electric field lines are moving away from each other, not towards each other. Here also you can draw tangent at any point that will give you the direction of electric field at that point. Characteristics of electric field lines. First characteristic, field lines start from positive charges and end at negative charges. If we have combination of plus and minus charge, then electric field lines start from positive charge and end at negative charge. If there is a single charge, if we have only single point charge, then they may start or end at infinity, as shown in figure of electric field due to test charge or electric field due to point charge. What happens? Electric field lines are radially outward or inward. It means electric field lines start or end at infinity. If we have only single charge, then it will start or end at infinity. Otherwise, electric field lines start from positive and ends at negative. Okay, second characteristic, the tangent drawn at any points on the electric field lines show the direction of electric field at that point. Already we have discussed, when we draw the tangent at any point on electric field line, that will give us the direction of electric field. It will not give you magnitude. Two field lines can never intersect each other. This way, here if electric field lines intersect, then what will happen? At single point P, there can be two direction of electric field, E1 and E2. At a single point, at the same time, there can never be two direction of electric field. Only there will be one direction of electric field. Therefore, two electric field lines can never cross each other. Okay. They can never intersect. Fourth characteristic, electric field lines do not form any closed loop. Electric field lines never form any closed loop. How? If you observe any figure, then here electric field lines are not forming any closed loop. Here if you observe, then electric field lines start from positive and ends at negative. Here no closed loop is formed. You can't take the path like positive to negative, negative to positive. We have to follow the direction of arrow, positive to negative. Then arrows are not from negative to positive. Therefore, electric field lines never form closed loop. The separation of neighboring field lines in a region at electric field line indicates the strength of electric field in that region. Here density, that is population of electric field lines in any given region, will give us the strength of electric field. I have considered two unit cross section P1 and P2. Here if you observe how many electric field lines are passing through unit cross section P1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 6 electric field lines are passing from P1. And from P2, if you observe, it is having same area. Then how many electric field lines are passing? 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. So here more number of electric field lines are passing through P1 and less number of electric field lines are passing through P2. It means electric field in the region of P1 is more and electric field in the region of P2 is less. If electric field lines are close to each other, density is more, it means strong electric field. If electric field lines are far away from each other or separated, then electric field is considered to be weak. Okay. Now last characteristic of electric field line. Field lines of uniform electric field are mutually parallel and equidistant. If we consider uniform, here in characteristic number 5, the figure we have considered, in that I have considered non-uniform electric field. Here this figure indicates uniform electric field. Why? Because here electric field lines are parallel to each other and they are equidistant, equally spaced. Therefore, this type of electric field lines represent uniform electric field. Here if you consider any region and if you draw a unit cross-sectional area, then same number of electric field lines will pass through all the unit cross-sectional area. Therefore, we can say that electric field is uniform. This type of figure represents uniform electric field lines.